What's going on YouTube? So today is August 13th. I'm working on the mini truck again. It has this weird idle issue now. So I decided it's about time after, just stockpiling parts for a couple weeks. I'm gonna take a couple things off and just clean them, swap them out. I have a new alternator from a Nissan Quest that I'm gonna put on. And the valve cover gasket, or the valve cover. So right now it's like this hammered gray. I'll go ahead and strip that. And as you can see, I have a common theme going on with the wrinkle black. So wrinkle black plenum, wrinkle black valve cover. So it's a pretty easy thing to do. It's like, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 bucks maybe, and like materials to do it. And it really makes it look a lot nicer. Granted, right now the valve cover doesn't look bad. It's just hammered gray. But if anybody else wants to do it, it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta strip it. I use high heat primer and paint, and actually use a hairdryer to quote unquote bake it. So yeah, stick around and let me go ahead and get started on it. Actually, on a side note, before I forget, check it out. So update on the 350. I just kind of have the bumper on right now, and I actually got the splitter from Battle Arrow. Not the T, it's my full weight on this, so it's pretty cool. Only thing is, after a couple scrapes, like the edge guard, it's pretty much destroyed right there. So I might probably just paint like the front of it black, that way you can't see like the wood. And the Z, I've been daily driving it for like a week now, 2 weeks, and it's been fine. So I think it was just residual oil last time. And so far it seems okay. I haven't noticed anything weird. I updated and I have like Z1. I did all the platinum hoses, heater hose, and PVC hoses. So Z should be good. I ordered the fenders today, so the goal is to paint this right here in this little canopy like in a week or two, like in a month or two. So I hope to video that and show a couple of things. And first time painting a car, so that'll be interesting. But maybe I can show you guys how to paint a car. Hopefully it's successful and it looks good. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and I caught these cool things from the heck, Only Driver Co. Oh, it's rust. Check it out. So I'll go ahead and I'll link these in the bottom in the description. But I got these cover plates from Lonely Driver Co. For the front and for the side. Oh shoot. Yeah, there you go. You can't see them. And they're really nice. Worth the wait. So I got them in bronze. And those look really cool. And I got these crane neck spark plug holders, I guess. The only thing is you need aftermarket wires. 8.5 millimeter for them to go around and then plug in. So it's supposed to be a cleaner look. But I'm happy with those. So cool little dress up things, I guess, for the L28. So I think once I finish painting the 350Z, that'll be done, and then I'll start working on the Datsun, the 280Z, get this running, and maybe try to work it daily for a little while too. I gotta fix a couple things. I don't like this Caesar's it's been sitting for a while now, so it's starting to get some surface rust. So we'll see what happens then. But yeah, a little update on these guys, and now to start working on the mini truck. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and I took off my intake. You don't necessarily need to get it for yours. If you have the original, L13, the L series engine, you probably don't need to do any of this. But I went ahead and I took off the intake just to make it easier to get to, and I need to do the alternator too. You undo the 10mm bolts all the way around. Take off your wire set. Label them if you need to. My wire is already labeled by NGK. And I should be able to just take this off. Or not. So I did notice that on the back, one of the cover bolts was pretty loose. So I'm dumb. I'm still missing these two. So that could very well be why I was having a vacuum leak. Or not vacuum leak, but an idling issue. But it could very well be that it was something else. So I don't know, I thought I saw somewhere that if you have a leaky valve cover gasket, it would cause issues. But I don't know for sure. So I'll see how bad the gasket is once I take it off. If it's that bad where I don't feel comfortable using it again, I'll probably just go to AutoZone real quick and pick up another one if they have something in stock. If not, I'll just reuse it. I'm not gonna drive it this week anyways, just because it's gonna be so hot. But yeah, and bam. But it's a little nasty in there. But yeah, cool. So just take it off. I don't know, if you want to put something over it just so that dust doesn't get in there or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually clean the valve cover pretty good. That way I can primer it. But yeah, it's actually pretty bad in there. Oh well. So I have a plan around Christmas time or so. I want to turbo it, but I want to do it right, so I might try to like build the engine. So I'll probably pull the engine and clean a lot of this stuff up. Yeah, there's a lot of gunk in there. Anyways, yeah, we're going to get started on the valve cover gasket. Yeah. Okay, so I kind of cleaned the bottom of it just to get some of the oil off of it. I'm using aircraft paint remover to go and strip it. I would just use like an old toothbrush or something to like, as a brush, because you're gonna ruin it anyways. So yeah, just be careful with this stuff because that stuff's pretty. It's not good for you. Use gloves. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm not using gloves just because I can't find any. Everybody seems to be sold out right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and strip this and go from there. So once you finish just covering everything with like aircraft strippers, just let it sit for a little while. And as you can see, I kind of scrub a little bit with the brush. The old thing starts to like melt off, like sizzle, like it's hard to describe. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do a couple coats of that and get rid of all that old paint, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so eventually I got to this. So pretty much it's just bare metal. What you want to do next is use some sort of like wax grease remover. I will be using the same bottle I've had for like the last 2 years. That's an AutoZone. So I'm gonna use this and rubbing alcohol just to get any grease or whatever residues off of the valve cover. After that, I'm gonna spray the first coat of primer. Okay, so then after you do grease, you go ahead and mask up whatever you need to mask up. I just did the oil cap and some of the holes that I wanna go ahead and keep in my plane. You don't want to be super perfect with it, just enough to where like you don't get oversprayed on the inside. After you just get a razor blade and just like scrape off any excess. Yeah, so now time to start shooting a couple base coats of primer. So I'm going to go ahead and use VHT's Flame Proof Primer. It says maximum adhesion for all high heat applications. I've used this before on my 350Z and I mean so far it's held up pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and yeah, let's go and get started. Okay, now that that's pretty much dried, I'm going to go ahead and use again VHT's Wrinkle Plus. It's just black. I'm going to start with like a light coat and just slowly add a couple of thicker coats. And afterwards I'm going to use the hairdryer to quote unquote bake it and make it look cool. Okay guys, so I just did the last like thick coat. What I usually do is I like over time stole my girlfriend's hairdryer, and I use this as a quote-unquote heat gun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect it to the extension cord and let it run. Let me see if I can like angle it so that it hits like the underneath of it. That way it'll like evenly heat everything up. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to set that up, and I'll try to show you guys what I mean. So never mind, I can't really position it anywhere where like it even like heats up everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it like slowly and it's like one area at a time, I guess. Yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. I'll try to show a little bit right now of me doing it, but it's kind of loud, so it's kind of hard to explain what's going on. But I mean, as you heat it up, like it dries, and as it dries, it starts to like wrinkle up. Yeah. So it took a little while, but it started to wrinkle up. You don't want to like use this too close, because if you do it too close, it'll cause like the paint to like start. I mean, you're blowing air, so it'll like start to cause it to start running. Just even by itself, it's starting to like wrinkle up. But I mean, the more you do it. Let me go ahead and finish doing this, and I'll come back to show you guys what it looks like once I'm done. Okay, so I should probably start finishing this before it gets too dark. So this is what it looks like after a while. It actually wrinkled more than I thought it was gonna. I don't know, I guess maybe I went a little too thick on the paint. But yeah, it came out pretty cool. I ended up just leaving the hairdryer like this for a while, letting it bake while I went inside and got something to eat. But yeah, came out pretty cool. Once it dries, you can just go ahead and get like a razor blade and like just scrape off any of like the other overspray. I'm not gonna, just because it's already covered by the plug wires. But yeah, so the next shot's gonna be this ready back on the truck, and let's go and see what it looks like, guys. So mounted it up, put the wires back on, and I mean, in all honesty, this is probably like one of my favorite things to do, just because it makes the car look so much nicer. Focus. Yeah, I don't know, it just makes like the wires that just pop so much more, and then like when you drive coat, the oil cap, I think looks amazing too. I don't know, for whatever reason, like I had a weird texture here. I don't know if maybe it's because I did a little bit too much paint or maybe too much heat or something, but yeah, still looks really good. I like it. I'm happy with it. If you guys have any questions on anything, let me know and I'll answer them below. I'll try to link up as much stuff that I use down below too. I still have a couple things left to do. I did go ahead and in the background between shots I was upgrading the alternator, so I did the 125 Nissan Quest alternator. The belt I put on, or the belt I have right now, is too short, so I'm gonna go ahead and get another one tomorrow at AutoZone. I kind of messed up. Apparently, like I was supposed to do like 95 to 99 Nissan Quest, and I did an 01, I think. I mean, I drilled like the hole's bigger than they're supposed to, and like it mounted up, and the plugs still worked. Everything seems okay so far. The moment of truth will be tomorrow, I guess, once I put that belt on. Hopefully everything's good. I don't see why not. Everything looks like it lines up, but that's a plan for tomorrow. Yeah, again, if you guys have any questions on anything, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.